Oh, man.
So, okay, wait a minute. But so since our last interview, there's been so many new artists, who do Afro beats and stuff like that. Like, are there any new artists that you would love to work with?
I mean, Tim's the one who did the song with WizKid that was blazing the whole world. I would like to have her on the hook. She kind of reminds me of the girl I did a song with, Paradise. She has kind of like the deep Regina Bell type of
Yeah.
voice,
Her voice is weird. Because
yeah.
when I first heard Essence, I thought it was the same person. I thought it was a guy. But her voice, but it draws you in. It's something about her voice. Because when you hear her other music, it's still deep, but it still sounds so good. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, she's definitely one I would like to work with. There's another one, Omale. He's another Nigerian artist that I like.
Yeah.
But I really don't like to jump on the bandwagon of like major artists.
Yeah.
I like to work with artists like Maddoh that I have, or like De La Vida. These are artists who are up and coming artists who are very talented. And my thing is like, okay, if one of these records pop, we all go together, And I find it also difficult when you're working with major artists. I've worked with a lot of major 90s rappers and stuff like that. That they don't understand the independent hustle as an independent artist. They have labels and stuff like that on them and would show up. And I think they didn't learn to hustle like some of those guys from like Texas did, or like Louisiana, because they couldn't get deals in Texas. Most of the deals were like New York or up north. So they couldn't get deals in Texas or like Louisiana. So them guys learned the independent hustle. I think some of the artists I dealt with didn't understand the independent hustle. So it's kind of difficult to, you grew up as a fan of these guys, you love them, but it's like, you got to see what makes business sense. And so that's what if I make a song, it's a good song, I market it right, and it goes. It don't matter if I had Chris Brown. Well, it doesn't matter if I had Chris Brown, but
I'm saying.
I had somebody,
Chris Brown.
Yeah, if I had whoever, decent artists on there, I don't think it would even matter at that point because the song was good.
So now, Lika wasn't on the first interview. Name some of the artists that you have worked with from back in the day, from the 90s and stuff like that, because I know you worked with a ton of artists.
Yeah, one of my favorite ones was Keith Murray. That dude was so cool. We did a song Enough, and it was just I was kind of starstruck at the time. You gotta think about this is probably 8 years ago. He calls me on the phone and started rapping a verse. And I'm like, damn, this Keith Murray actually rapping on the damn, on the phone. And I'm kind of kind of starting off, just getting my feet into the business. That was a crazy experience. I'm like, damn, Keith Murray, I'm doing a song with Keith Murray. I just listen to him every damn day. So that was kind of exciting. I did a joint album with Armageddon from the Terror Squad. So I worked with him, Tony Sunshine for the Terror Squad, Prospect for the Terror Squad. So they all on the same album I did, as well as DJ Ron G, from back in the day.
Yeah.
So that was a dope to work with those guys.
Yeah.
Let me see, I worked with the Dog Pound, Spice One, the Loonies. I rock with a lot of those guys. It was pretty cool to just kind of say I had it under my belt. And what's cool about those experiences is these guys are very talented. They got miles under them, and they've been doing it. In the process of me working with them, I had to step my game up. So every time I was making a song, I became a better writer, and which led me to the style of music I make today. And skin, opposed to trying to be this person. I've wrote enough songs to find out this is what I'm comfortable with, and I think this is what works for me. Like the song I just dropped, as far as Showtime, the smooth flow and just comfortable.
Yeah. And you gotta go with what works. You know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't for everybody. There's already, you can name names, but there's already somebody that's filling those shoes. It's Reime Schemes time.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I think I'm one of the only artists out here that's mixing. I do fusion. So one minute you may see me talking Spanish. I'm doing some reggaeton bilingual stuff. Then you hear me switch up Swahili. So I kind of created my own lane where I'm just like mixing Afrobeat with Tanzania Bongo Flava with a little bit of reggaeton all in one. So it's I've noticed just traveling and talking to other people in media, they looking at me as like creating my own subgenre with combining all these different cultural things together.
I like that.
Yeah, you make your own lane. You ain't got time to worry about nobody else.
Yeah, true. You want Spanish on there? I throw Spanish on there. Or, you want some Swahili on there,
A little sofrito.
Yeah. Want a little bit of whatever. Yeah.
Looking like, Kim, what you know about that?
And then you did a little jig with your shoulders too.